Just because the waiter accidentally scratched her car, the beautiful woman actually took out a knife and insisted on scratching the waiter's face. The police nearby rushed forward to stop her immediately. However, during the scuffle, they accidentally tore the woman's skirt. In front of so many onlookers at the scene, the woman's face flushed with embarrassment at once. Although the police apologized right away, the woman gritted her teeth and swore to make the police pay the price. But looking at that woman who was posing flirtatiously in the police station as if it were a photo studio, the veteran policeman didn't care about her threats. Even when the woman asked for the veteran policeman's name and police ID number, the old policeman told her truthfully and apologized again, saying that he was willing to compensate for the damaged skirt if possible. However, what the old policeman didn't expect was what kind of existence he had provoked. That night, just as the old policeman who had just got off work was about to drive home, he caught sight of the machine guns in the hands of the men on the street corner at a glance. They didn't stop shooting until all the bullets were gone, and then they drove away. Looking at the car that had been riddled with bullets, the old policeman felt very scared in his heart. Soon, his colleagues rushed over after hearing the noise. They didn't understand who the rookie policeman had provoked. But soon, with the arrival of the chief superintendent, everyone finally understood the truth of the matter. The woman whose skirt was torn by the old policeman during the day was actually the young mistress of the biggest local gang. And in order to avenge his woman, the gang leader issued a death warrant for the old policeman. As the biggest local gang, they had a scale of tens of thousands of people even in Los Angeles. This had already involved the honor of the police station. In order to ensure the safety of the old policeman, the chief superintendent personally sent him home and arranged for a large team to set up defenses inside and outside the old policeman's house 24 hours a day. At the same time, the police chief also went to the old gang leader in prison in person, trying to get him to cancel the death warrant issued by his son. Unexpectedly, he was flatly refused. The old gang leader said that he had already washed his hands of the underworld and couldn't interfere in his son's affairs outside anymore. Seeing that the other party refused to cooperate, then a citywide anti-gang operation officially kicked off. For drug trafficking and illegal weapons trading, within just one day, the police wiped out countless gang dens. Hundreds of gang members were arrested. It was preliminarily estimated that the losses brought to the gang were at least tens of millions of US dollars. We thought that the young gang leader would restrain himself because of this, but we overestimated the intelligence of the criminals. Here, for the safety of the old policeman, the superintendent took the lead himself, attempting to make the gang back off with his own identity. Just then, they received a burglary alarm. However, when the two of them walked into the room, it was empty inside and there was no sign of burglary anywhere. And just when they were puzzled, a flashbang was thrown out. The next second, the young gang leader appeared. Without saying a word, he electrocuted the two of them until they passed out. When the two of them opened their eyes again, they were tightly locked by the side of the swimming pool. Seeing that the situation was hopeless, the old policeman quickly apologized to the young gang leader, saying that he would do anything as long as the young mistress could calm down. Unexpectedly, the young gang leader shook his head, saying that his woman was very angry and the consequences would be serious. At this time, the chief superintendent beside couldn't stand it anymore and cursed the young gang leader for being a fool. It was true that the old policeman had offended you, and it wouldn't be a big deal even if you killed him. But open your eyes and look at the police rank on my chest. Even your father wouldn't dare to speak loudly in front of me. How dare you lay hands on me? But before he could finish speaking, the man actually kicked him hard and directly kicked him into the swimming pool. The old policeman besides struggled hard, but his hands were tied tightly. Seeing that the female police officer couldn't hold on for long, the old policeman had an idea in a moment of desperation and said that he could record an apology video and say whatever the other party wanted as long as they could rescue the female police officer quickly. Unexpectedly, the young gang leader demanded that he record it first and would only rescue the female police officer after it was recorded well. However, after recording it 3 times, the young gang leader had always complained that the old policeman's expression wasn't good enough. Just at this time, the female police officer underwater actually broke her thumb and managed to break free from the handcuffs. And at the moment she emerged from the water, she pulled one of the gangsters underwater. With a gunshot, the gangster was successfully pulled up. The old policeman also took the opportunity to knock down the young gang leader. With another gunshot, another gangster died. Seeing that things were going badly, the young gang leader picked up the pistol on the ground and fled in a panic, shooting while running to try to suppress the female police officer. Unexpectedly, a bullet hit the female police officer straight. Watching the chief superintendent slowly slide into the water, the old policeman couldn't hold back any longer and kicked the stool to pieces. But when he rescued the chief superintendent, it was already too late. Soon, the large troops arrived at the scene. Looking at the scene in front of them, everyone fell silent. They never expected that the current criminals would be so rampant. At this moment, all that was in everyone's heart was the word revenge. Immediately after that, the police chief went to find the old gang leader like crazy. After learning that his son had actually killed the chief superintendent, the old gang leader was also stunned. Reluctantly, he handed over his son's location. Soon, everyone made arrangements on the escape route of the young gang leader. However, when the young gang leader appeared, he immediately begged not to be killed. The foolish him finally realized what kind of existence he had provoked. But to his surprise, even the old policeman who hated him so much that he wanted to tear him apart just silently sent him into the police car. It turned out that the chief superintendent had always warned everyone before his death that the police were not gangs. Criminals should be judged as they deserved in court. If the police resorted to private punishment, what would be the difference between them and the criminals?